Hi, everybody. It's Josie Chong from Sydney, Australia. So today, myself, we have Candace over in Queensland. We have from New Zealand, we've got Jules. Today, we're going to share with you how to start your business in 30 days, even if you don't know how. And so before I do that, let me just introduce myself just a tiny little bit. And so I originally come from the Philippines. I came to Australia to do my nursing, and most of my nursing career, I worked in aged care management. 17 years of that, I was working as a director of nursing, workaholic, 50, 70 hours a week. And in my 40s, was blessed with two children. At the age of 46, I found myself completely burnt out. And so I quit my job with no plans in place. But as you know, the universe works in mysterious ways. And a year later, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So here was my life just going down the tumble. And then I was introduced to some products in network marketing. And so I joined because of the products. Little did I know that those products allowed me to be able to be a stay-at-home mom, to be able to spend more time with my kids and take them traveling. So we want to share with you that model of being able to start your business from home, because most women want to contribute financially. I don't know whether you've been thinking about starting your own business, but I know for a fact that a lot of moms, that a lot of women want to contribute financially, and maybe you already are, but what if you are able to do something else, like could be a side hustle, so that you could build a business. So over time, you could have more time flexibility. Because I think that's the one thing that's missing in our lives is really having a lot more time. And so working from home has definitely offered me that time flexibility. So I could take my kids to school anytime, take them traveling without having to apply for annual leave. And also that you're amongst a lot of people where you feel empowered and independent. And that's what you learn, is that because you're your own boss, so you learn to be independent so that you could empower other people as well. And four is that most women feel that they want to live with a life of purpose and meaning. And what I found in my 11-year career in network marketing is that it has given me that life purpose and meaning for sure. Not that my other job did not give me that, but it's just that I found a passion where I could help and inspire other women to be able to create an income from home so that they could spend more time with their kids. But also number five is to be more than just a mom. And then we can't just be more than just a mom, right? We're more than that, that's for sure. And you get inspired by a lot of women in the industry who have done, a lot of things more than just being a mom. So what if you could have create additional income, source of income? And so there's a lot of women that I know, they're not working because their kids are young. But there's also a lot of women that I know that have started this side hustle where they could do it when their kids are sleeping in bed, or the nooks and crannies, literally. And then over time, they're able to create a sustainable income that can help with the mortgage or paying of the bills, but also have a plan B, because you never know, right? There's so much instability at the moment, whether you have a business or you have a job. And I think, the idea of a plan B could be a good idea. Well, being involved in health and wellness. Health and wellness is booming. About 60% increase in the health and wellness, sales globally. And if you look around Australia and New Zealand, there's probably a lot more gyms. There's a lot more health food stores. There's really, I think people are embracing health and wellness space. And so the business that we have is that, we're looking for people who want to be healthier. And number four is you plug into an established support system, and that is incredible. So today you and I were part of this amazing group of people around the world where we plugged into 2-hour training. And then now, like my mindset's elevated even more. And that's the kind of support that you have in this business. So you in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and be part of an incredible team of like-minded individuals. And so what we do in our company is like we collaborate, we work as a team. You develop your mindset over time because you're exposed to personal development. And that's what happened to me, is that here I was, a shy kid from the Philippines. I was involved in direct sales even before I found, 11 years ago, before I joined properly. But all I did, I earned one commission, but all I did was plug into cassettes, books, and meetings, tapes, books, and meetings. That's exactly what happened. And so that's how I got into aged care management. And then I got very confident. I was communicating better, I was thinking better, I was leading better because of what I learned in this industry. So, how would you feel if you feel vibrant and energized? Well, when you have a purpose, when you're doing something where you're helping people, and when you're growing, that's exactly what happens. Becoming your own boss, I mean, who wouldn't want to be their own boss, correct? And so the model that we have allows you to be your own boss. And you can make it as big as you want. It really depends on the time and commitment that you put into this business. My sponsor, Tara, is from the US. And she was a very busy mom when she joined the industry. Very busy. She had young kids. And she was just really doing it in just the time that she had. And in 8 months, she was able to replace her income. In her first year in the industry, she earned $330,000. Of course, that's not the kind of income that everybody who's in their first year would earn. But all I'm saying is it gives you the possibility when you start creating your own, when you start becoming your own boss, owning your own business where you don't have to think of the products, and G will talk to you about the business model even more. Enjoy a flexible schedule in terms of like, well, why not build your business with just your mobile phone and your laptop? And that's exactly what I'm doing. And so, but most of all, make an impact in other people's lives. And that's really what's in my heart. That's what in G's heart, and that is what we want to do, is to really be able to help other people, empower other women to feel that they're making an impact in other people's lives. So starting your own business, there's so many ways. One way is a retail store. So if you have $500,000, maybe 200, 300, I know some of you are business owners here, to start a store. It could be a retail store in terms of merchandise, retail of, services. You need a capital. You need capital, you need inventory, you need that. So some people, they mortgage their homes to be able to do that. And G will talk to you about, what it takes to start this business. Online stores and e-commerce. And that's why a lot of retail stores are dying, because now people are buying online. I buy a lot of my stuff from Amazon. I buy a lot of stuff from online. I just don't have the time to walk around the shops like I used to be able to look for stuff that I need in the house. But our company has got a platform that is e-commerce in China. So that's really exciting. So other people, they start their professional services. You're a lawyer, you're an accountant, you could start your own business, a doctor, but it means that you need to have one client. You still need to spend time to have the clients and, open your doors to be able to do that. But you know what? There's a lot of people that are doing that in a lucrative way. Number 4 is have a franchise. I think a lot of people dream to have a franchise because they know they don't have to think about creating the product or the services or the system. Everything is done for you. It's like a turnkey system. And so the business model that we're going to talk to you about today, that G will talk about, is a turnkey system. But you might want to have a franchise with McDonald's, spend 1 million, 2 million, and then you need about 750,000 in the bank to be able to have the cash flow to run it. And so it requires a lot of money. I know the return is good, but you need to have that kind of money. So number 5 is network marketing. Network marketing has given me my life back. In the time where I was completely burnt out, I really did not want to go back to work, because the realization that came to me after I got burned out is, wow, I could not even remember my kids walking for the first time. I could not remember them talking for the first time. I was there, but I was not present because I was thinking of my job maybe all the time. But you know what? I needed that wake-up call. And so I know that network marketing has saved me. So in the last 11 years, I work from home. I'm a single mom. But good thing about it is what we do now, especially with the online platform, is like you can have customers in different parts of the world. And so today I want to introduce to you the second top earner in the whole of Australia, New Zealand. So G. Fletcher will share with you her story, but I just want to say, this is a woman of grace. This is a woman of God. This is a woman with a big heart who really is out there, with a passion to help other women achieve what she has. Oh my gosh, every time I go, G, how much did you earn for the month? And so she really inspires me of the possibility. If I know if I work really hard in the next 12 months, the next 2 years, I'm going to be where she is. So let me introduce now our very own G. Fletcher.
Thanks, Josie, so much. Appreciate that. So look, to give you a little bit of background on me, I was a traditional business owner. We've owned our own recruitment agency. I did for 8 years. And then when I started having children, we came to the Sunshine Coast and we owned a dental clinic. So my husband is one of them professionals. And we bought a clinic and we bought the building. So when I was looking and listening to Josie talk about the franchise and the debts, like we bought, it was a very, very expensive exercise that it cost us. So I was really tied to that business then. I was the first in and last out. I was tired. I had no energy. But the sad thing was I was starting to dread my kids' school holidays because I just constantly was begging and borrowing, I used to call it. I used to beg people to have my kids on the days I was working, and I'd borrow the kids on the other days when I was off. So I never wanted to be like that. I was looking for something different. And when this platform and business model got introduced to me, I was kind of like, hang on a minute. So you're saying that I can do this from, because I had no time. I can do this from the side of a soccer pitch, in the queue for the shops, at the beach, wherever it is with my kids. And I can create a multi-million-dollar business, a global business from my phone. And I don't have the outgoings and the debt hanging over my head, because that was something that I didn't want either. And when I really looked at this, I thought, why haven't I known about this all my life? Why didn't I know about this in my 20s to hear about it in my late 40s? It was like, why didn't I know this in my 20s? So I'm just going to go through with you what I went. So I went looking for a company, and I'm going to go through with you the things that I looked for in this company, because hopefully something might resonate with you, or you might just go, you know what, that is what I'm looking for, because I didn't want something that had a huge cost. I already had one of them businesses with my husband, which cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. So low startup cost. You can come in on a pack, a gold pack, for $850. And that gives you over $1,000 worth of stock. Now that blew me away, to think that we actually get an exchange for the cost of buying our business. We get an exchange with the products. I'd never known that before. That just doesn't normally happen. So to me, there was no risk that was involved here at all. The tax advantages. Well, I've just come back from Sydney. I went to Sydney to see the team. I went and saw some of my friends. We went out for lunch and went for different places, and it was all put through the business. So tax advantages happen everywhere. I went with my laptop, my phone, all of these are legitimate tax expenses that I can put through the business. And then, living in your home, the different costs, the percentage of your electricity bill, your phone bill, your internet bill, all these things start to add up. And when you're able to put them and offset them against your bills, it really starts to make a big difference in your earning capacities. So we follow a system. We have a really simple system that we follow. So when I looked at the 5 things that Josie was talking about, and it's like you could maybe have a retail store or an e-commerce business or a professional business or a franchise or network marketing, I thought, well, we've kind of got all 5. in one, don't you think, Josie? You know, we really have all of them. We have like a franchise because we have systems that are all set, ready to go. We have got a professional business because most people that are attracted to our business as well are of a great caliber. We seem to attract great people. And then we have got an online business. I don't look after all the infrastructure and all the distribution that's taken, and all the accounting and all the billing that's taken care of by the company. So it really is a low risk, headache free business to be able to build, though, a multi-million-dollar business. My business turns over in sales nearly $5 million a year in sales across 10 countries. Now, I didn't know people in them 10 countries, but somebody came in who knew somebody who knew somebody who, there you go, they were a Kiwi. Somebody came in with somebody who ended up knowing somebody in Canada. That's how it works. So you never have to think, oh, but I don't know hundreds of people. You don't need to. It's who they know and who they know and who they know. So the database is never ending. It's just a case of being able to go out and talk to people. High income potential. Well, that's something that I've been very fortunate that has happened to me with the sales of over 5 million. I've been very fortunate to be the second income earner in Australia. And I'm no different to any of you. I am no different. In some ways, a lot of you have probably even had a better database and better trust out there in the marketplace. People may trust you more because most of our business is built on trust. And then to work with a team, well, I get to work with the most incredible people like Josie, like the ladies that you're going to hear from now, that has really made it that you've got lifelong friends. I've just come back from spending 5 days in Sydney, and they're my friends now. They're my business partners, but they're my friends. They'll be my lifelong friends. So it gives you so much more than what you can ever think of. So why this company? Well, we have a unique, highly consumable product, which you cannot get in any natural health food store or any chemist or anything. So it is unique, and it's doing something that nothing else out there can do. It's activating pathways in your cells to turn on your good genes and turn off your bad genes. We have third-party validation. So I encourage people, if you're doing research, go to pubmed.gov and go in there and put in Protandim, and you will actually see all the different studies that have been done in there. No other network marketing product has that validation. Be part of a growing trend. While health and wellness is on the up now more so than ever. And then credentials and credibility of the company. We're NASDAQ listed. It's been founded now. It's 18 years old. So it's a long established company. I've become a shareholder in the company. And we've even been invited to close out the bell for NASDAQ for Wellness Week last year. And then we have Erin Brockovich and, you know, some incredible board of directors from Amazon and Coca-Cola. So really reputable company to get behind, and huge opportunity for leverage. I feel we're just getting started in the world. We're just opening up new countries now. New Zealand last year, the Philippines this year. We're really just getting started. So now we're going to introduce 3 incredible ladies to you. So I'm going to pass you back to Josie, who's going to introduce some of these ladies to you.
Thank you so much for that, Jay. You're really an inspiration to a lot of people. So I just drank something there. And anyway, we are going to New Zealand, Auckland, New Zealand today. I want to introduce Janine Burns. Janine Burns, you know, I invited her to talk to our customers last week, and so many people are inspired by her stories. I'm not going to share with you, but let me invite her, and let's hear from Janine.
Oh, hi everyone. I'm actually from Yorkshire in England, and I came out to New Zealand 11 years ago. And one of the things that I've done, I've had a very eclectic working career. So I started life as a lifeguard, and then, wait for it, joined the military as a helicopter mechanic. And then I changed to become a PTI, physical training instructor. I was the first female PTI to go to sea. And then I left and became a personal trainer. When I got really ill, I stopped that, and I actually started becoming a saddle fitter. 5 years ago, my marriage broke down. And along the same time, my saddle fitting business kind of got taken away from me. in the process of the marriage breaking down, I did not have access to what I would call it, the family money. The house got sold, but there was too much arguments as to who got what. So for 2.5 years, I didn't have access to the money from the sale of the house. So I lived in a caravan on a friend's property. 2 years into that, the friend's property, they decided they were going to sell. And all of a sudden, I realized I had no serious money, no way of earning a living. So I went to look for a job. And the biggest thing was that, I've had this amazing career, but all of my qualifications were either null and valid. I just wasn't qualified. Everything was out of date. I couldn't go back to manning helicopters. I didn't want to be working in a swimming pool again. And I realized that I had a problem. Now, I've been involved in network marketing before, and I was introduced to it many years ago, and I always knew that it was a really good business model. And at this point, I'm just going to tell you guys that my ex-husband's business was actually a health and wellness business. He manufactured and imported, exported niche health food problems. So a little bit like G, I knew exactly what it was like to run a business like this, manufacturing, sourcing raw products, doing your website, all of that. And I've actually made a list of the pros and cons between the two businesses. So the companies that I've been involved in before, they didn't tick my boxes. I ended up with this list, just like G's just been through, got this list. And I actually looked at about 4 or 5 different companies that were just coming into New Zealand at the time. And it was just no, no, no. And then I got quite ill again. It's the story of my life. My health has gone up and down like this, which is why the products speak to me, because I've always needed to look after my health. So I've always been looking for wellness products. And I had shingles. And at the time that I had shingles, one of my horses got diagnosed with Cushing's disease. And all of a sudden, up pops up the products and a testimonial from someone that I knew. So I phone her up, rush over there. And anyway, to cut a long story short, I think I'd been on the products 2 weeks, spent 2 weeks just wading through as much information as I could. This was 19 months ago. And I just went, oh my God, it ticks all my boxes. This ticks everything. It's just unbelievable. So I signed up without my own testimonial, without my own results or anything. For 5 months into working the business, I was able to upgrade my car. It wasn't a new car, but I had the money to upgrade it. And LifeVantage is now my main source of income. I'm able to help other people. I'm able to be part of an industry, which I value immensely. And one of the things I really do liken it for people is it is like a miniature franchise. Everything is done for you. And it's not only a no risk, but actually when you sign up, so if you actually sign up as a platinum pack, and I'm now talking New Zealand money, you can actually earn $240 New Zealand money if you sell your platinum pack, which pays, so the pack would be paid for, you'd make $240 and you're in at the full level, and everything's there. It's all done for you. And I don't know any other business model that does this. And you can either, like Josie said, I worked hard, or you can grow it organically. You can grow it at the pace that you need to grow it at, that suits and fits you. And I just don't know any other business that will do that for you. So for me, it's been a lifesaver. It will be the business that buys me my 5 acres of land, so me, my horses, and my tiny house can have somewhere to live. So yeah, guys, don't wonder, don't second guess this. Jump in. The timing of this is perfect. So thank you for listening.
I really love your story. Thank you so much for that, Janine. Really incredible. And so now let's head back to Australia, to Port Macquarie. This lady here, she and I work together, and from day one, she's been independent as in she's a business owner, and she really is like a rising star. She brings so many customers on board every single month, no fail. And she's growing an incredible team. So let's head over to Miss Candace Foy.
Hello, good evening, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. It's such an honor, Josie. Thank you so much for inviting me to just share a little bit of my story. So I don't sound very Australian, and that's because I'm Canadian. I was a physiotherapist specialized in pediatric physio for 20 years. We moved to Australia 7 years ago with my family, and it's been the most incredible culture and community and people, and we've just really, really loved it. So we sold our clinic. We had a multidisciplinary clinic back in Canada, and for the first 5 years we were juggling both back and forth. And I had my own health journey of really struggling and needing to find something other than what eating really well. What I didn't realize I was naturally doing was biohacking, but I didn't know that that was the term. I was, drinking water, eating healthy, eating organic, doing all these right things. And it just wasn't enough because the world we're living in is just not what it used to be. And so I was on a health journey, and being in Australia, I couldn't practice as a physiotherapist. And so I really have a passion to help people, to help families, to help specifically moms, actually, to just live the life they were created to live. And so I was introduced to LifeVantage in October. And it was actually something, just a really quick little side note. I was actually sent a video 5 years ago, probably 5.5 years ago. And I was like, where do I get this? I really, really want this. I need this. And I couldn't get it in Australia. And every now and then over the last 5 years, it kind of has popped into my mind and gone, I wonder what that was called. I wonder where that was. Anyways, in October, I got sent this little video, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the video. And so my husband and I said, you know what, we're science people. We're super skeptical. We're going to take it ourselves, and we'll have a little look at, how we feel, and just really dig into the science. And so the first 2 weeks I did nothing but just really study. I was on PubMed, which is incredible to find. I think there's 27 peer-reviewed studies on PubMed on Protandim, which is unheard of. You just don't have natural products being studied on there. But because the synergy between these 5 natural herbs has such a powerful effect, there's been universities and research done from all over the world. And so the more I realized it was so grounded in such solid science, looking at the business model and the opportunity for me to continue to help people that I do know all over the world with their health, as well as, and health isn't just physical health, it's your mental health, it's your emotional health, it's your financial health, and all of those things increase our stress. And so to have something that is so simple, that is so affordable, to be able to ship, I don't have to buy all the stock. I actually have it go straight from the company, sends it straight to that customer's door every single month. And it just makes it so easy. And so, yes, so I just jumped in, and within 2 weeks, I was just sharing with people, and the business has just taken off over the last 3 months. It's just, we're hope brokers. We carry hope. We actually get to go around and just share hope with people and let them know that life doesn't have to stay the way it is right now. They actually have the option to look at it differently for themselves, for their families. I have moms who, they don't want to be working full time and miss their kids, first milestones of everything that they are missing while they're at work. And so this gives them the freedom to be able to really just jump onto my team and be a part of something that's greater than themselves. Because we just get to have a lot of fun together. And it's actually really amazing because the compensation plan is second to none in the entire industry. And I looked into it because as a science person, I wanted to know if I'm attaching my name and my professional status to something, I want to make sure that it's a solid company. And like the other ladies have said tonight, it's publicly traded. It really ticked all the boxes for me. So I really encourage, if you guys are considering doing something like this, you haven't found a better team than what these ladies are. G and Josie and the other ladies on tonight, just rock stars. They're just beautiful, hearts of gold. Honored to be amongst you guys. Thanks for letting me share.
Thank you so much, Candace. What a beautiful story. And I'm so glad that now you're able to do what you feel, you know, your purpose, that you're helping people, which was, you know, through systems you weren't able to do your physiotherapy, but now you're able to do this, which is helping people, which is even better. So thank you so
Love
much.
it. Thank you.
Finally, I would like to introduce Jules Wilkes. She's also from New Zealand, and Jules is a really busy mom and a wife, and is an ex-cruise specialist. So sailed the world, had a lot of fun, and then has had a busy time since then. So I'd love you to share your story, Jules, with us about how you got started with LifeVantage and what it's done for you.
Yeah, okay, thanks, G. Thanks for asking me to join you today. Actually, I feel quite blown away. I've had all these specialists ahead of me. So I've had people who do horses, health and business. I've done none of those. So thank you for asking me to share my story. So I'll come in as a stance of, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So this is not my forte. This is not my comfort zone. So I've got an extensive travel and background. So as G said, I've been sailing around the world for, goodness, 10 years or so, and I came back and worked in air travel. So that was my background, and that's what I thought I was always going to do. Oops, I think I just got disconnected for a sec. Because travel was the constant, and this travel's always going to be there. And then 2020 came along, and travel's just not there anymore. So I started thinking, what was it that I wanted to do? So I've played around with different avenues, and then I had to sit down one day and think, what is it that I actually want to do? And the one thing that I always really wanted to do was help people, and particularly help people like me who have been searching for something that they haven't actually been able to find. So I adapted to that change, did a bit of a pivot, and then I ended up here. So I'm married to the man of my dreams, and it's looking at me now. And I've got 3 beautiful children. My eldest son is on the autism spectrum and has ADHD. And for years and years and years, we looked for something natural to help him with his focus and his mental clarity, and just to calm the impulses a little bit. I searched high and low. I don't know how I didn't come across Pretendum until the lovely Joe Blowfield sat me down one day and said, hey, this is what we use, why don't you give it a try? And unbelievable things happened. I myself am diagnosed ADD, so I started taking it. Brain fog gone, mental clarity. I've never even contemplated having my own business. So I jumped on the health and wellness. I quit drinking almost a year ago. So all of these things that were contributing to my mental health, and everything's just been going so well. I formed really close relationships with lots of other parents of children facing similar issues to ourselves. And I've also found amazing success as well. So that was one thing. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I'm going to tell people about what we did, and we get to tell our story there. So I always knew I wanted to succeed. I always knew that there was something destined for me, but I didn't have a vehicle to do it. I had no idea. I knew I wanted to be up here, but I didn't want to go back to university and finish my degree in my 50s and then come out and don't know what I want to do. Didn't even know what I wanted to study. So I'm so excited that I found this opportunity, growing my business as a legacy, and knowing that, you know, I'll have something to pass down to my children, and for generations to come, there's always going to be that something there. And I love that what I do now will affect so many people down the line. So I I sat back one day and thought, gosh, you know, I'm going to be a retiring age in 20 years, which was terrifying because I still think I'm 18. And, you know, 20 years seems like a long way away, but, you know, 20 years ago, I was working on the ships, and it just feels like yesterday. So this is one thing. I get up every morning, and I'm excited to get started. I check my emails, and I get weird bonuses coming from places I don't know where they came from, but I'm very happy to get them. And I'm just really happy. So I'm just starting. I've only been with LifeVantage since August of last year, so it's still a really new journey for me. But I love the people that I've got to meet, and so many of you, you're like my family. And gee, I've never even met you. I still can't.
I know, we're computer buddies.
I just feel like I know you.
Buddy. I know, I feel like I know you.
I know. One day I'll give you a proper cuddle.
Hug. And that's the beauty. We end up having these incredible people in our lives that we meet. And I love them random bonuses as well that come in. Don't you just love that daily pay and it just kind of slots in and you don't know what to do?
Ooh, made some money and I wasn't even awake. So yeah, no, I just love it. And just to finish, I know we're over time a little bit, but they do say, you know, if you love what you're doing, you never work a day in your life. And I'm not working now and I'm making a bit of money. So thanks for letting me share.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Jules. Appreciate that.
What incredible stories that we've just heard. So inspiring. So for our guest here, you might be in 3 of this. You're probably thinking, yeah, I don't know anything about LifeVantage, but I'm jumping on both feet. And you know, a lot of our top earners, 80% of our top earners did not have any experience in network marketing. They just saw the opportunity, they just jump on and made it happen. So my sponsor, Tara Wilson, her best friend took 8 years to join. Like, she was very skeptical for 8 years. And when she joined, now she's higher ranked than me. So you never know, just say to the person, I need more information. Tell me more about this. Show me the presentation, and they'll definitely do that to you. Or you may know someone who might be interested as well. So we really look forward to meeting you in our virtual Zooms or in person when we get there. So let's end with this, because we really want all women to rise and shine. And so our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous?
Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you.
Candace?
Forgot to unmute myself, sorry. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone.
And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming on this evening. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, hearing these incredible women. And as we say, please get back to the person that recommended you, or get in touch if you've got any questions. We'd love to help you as well get started on this new journey. And you too can have a story like one of us. Thank you. Bye now.